Women, there's something called vaginismus.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that.
Under the Peyronies. Now, vaginismus is the spasmodic contraction of the wall of the 2/3 of the vagina on insertion of an erect penis. Again, vaginismus is a spasmodic contraction of the wall of the 2/3. No, because that's how you understand it. The wall of the 2/3 of the vagina on insertion of an erect penis. Now, what causes vaginismus? Ladies that have been abused when they were young are likely to have vaginismus. Now, ladies who are losing their virginity very late are likely to have vaginismus. Which other one?
I think it's just that.
No, there's another one.
The way the church prepared
religious beliefs,
mind.
moral standards. For example, if you have it in your mind that sex is a bad thing, now the moment you are trying to have it on your wedding, your mind has not reprogrammed itself to believe that sex is now a good thing. Now there are men who got married to sisters in church, and sisters that they married as vaginismus. Imagine that there's a lady that somebody abused when she was young, and because that lady was abused, anytime the husband wants to have sex with the lady, she will be having flashbacks of that person that abused. Now, these are things that are happening in church, but we are not talking about it. Now, there are people that anytime the husband wants to have sex with them, they say, no, don't touch me. Some ladies are not talking about it, but they are managing because they don't want to make their husband feel bad. But the truth is that there are so many women who are not enjoying sex because of vaginismus. So it makes sex painful. It makes penetration impossible or difficult. Now, there are some women that their own is an inability to. God Almighty. There is what we call anorgasmia.
That's a big word.
Anorgasmia is inability to attain orgasm.
Okay. What's orgasm?
Orgasm is the peak of sexual activity.
Okay. Okay, why can't we cohabit because you are Christian? I want to know.
Toby, would you like to?
Toby, tell her why we cannot cohabit.
Blood rush. Blood rush.
What is blood rush?
What is blood rush?
Kindly explain to us about blood rush. Is that a course or a subject?
No, tell us now. Tell us. Don't be afraid.
I mean, things could happen in the process.
Things like what?
Like what?
I'll get them.
Okay.
Don't rush you.
Okay.
I mean, if you are with someone that you intend to get married, in a way you'll be sexually attracted.
Of course.
And when you and this person are in a confined space, there are some things that could happen. We could start from kissing or even touching. Maybe I'm watching a movie or something.
Kissing.
Like,
that's how it always starts.
It starts from there.
That's the
How do you start from there?
that?
No, let me ask you. Why are you
confirming my point?
I've seen movies. That they were kissing.
Wait,
I've seen movies. It's not Mosiah. It is bad. I've seen terrible movies that they were kissing and they landed on the bed. The next thing is just so close.
Exactly.
So go on.
Yeah. So like, the entry point could be touching, then kissing. So from there, you guys could talk like, oh, we won't go beyond this. But the tension becomes so crazy.
You can. You guys can deceive yourselves.
Exactly. This is just what we're doing. But deep down your mind,
don't worry. It's only kissing.
Where you're headed. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, in that case, there could be blood. Like for a man to have an erection, your male organ is not bone. It's blood that makes it strong.
Okay, wow.
When
you guys are intelligent in your family.
Like when there's blood that is in your male organ.
Yes, that makes it.
Oh, I did not know.
It's water.
So like when there's such a blood rush, I mean, most people don't have the self-control to back up at that point, and then things just happen. And that's going against what
how are you guys going to know you are compatible in bed if the blood rush? If you're not allowed the blood rush, if you're not allowed the blood rush,
like
okay, so because you are Christian, we should not enjoy sex.
You will now.
But before you marry, you cannot enjoy sex before you marry. That's why we are talking about.
So I should not marry somebody that cannot go me there because What's that the point?
Oh God!
Okay, we listen. We don't judge.
I have a question.
Okay.
How do you know that there's a bed point?
Well, because Am I not okay? I will say the truth.
Okay.
I'm not sexually active for now.
Okay.
But I've done some things that okay. When I see my boyfriend, when I was in a relationship, when I see my boyfriend, I know something happened in my body.
Okay.
Right? That wants more.
Can you explain what happened?
That wants me to do something. That I know that okay, because as a child of God, there are some things that I cannot do.
Sure.
Right? And so that is how I know that somebody has to be
There is
labor.
nothing you cannot
Okay,
do.
So now I'm just saying I'm not expecting an answer, but I'm just saying that how do you think that we are compatible in bed? We are saying we don't want to allow blood to rush.
These are the questions that young Christians are asking,
yeah.
and they don't have answers to.
No answers. Honestly.
I listened
Because
to
what we are telling the young people to do is not practical enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when we ask these questions in church, the church makes them look like, why are they asking
the questions, yeah.
And that's not fair.
Yeah.
You are telling somebody that you cannot live, you are telling two people that you cannot live together, you cannot cohabit, you cannot have sex before marriage, then you are supposed to provide alternatives.
Exactly.
So actually finding out these things that are
Yeah.
for you. Miss Grace now, she wants somebody that can be one day.
Yes.
Now, if you cannot be one day, Miss Grace wants someone that will go on day. You cannot be one day, don't come close.
Exactly.
Oh God. I'm putting destroy reputation of this guy.
Hey, it's the truth now. So you want to hear that?
These things it's better to say these things and get
Well,
answers.
generally, I feel that when it comes to the subject of relationship, the church has a lot
to do.
Yes. If you actually don't want us to be having sex before marriage, you have to tell us what we are going to be doing to keep our
because now
in check.
We are talking about if you marry, once you marry someone, you can't leave the person.
Yes.
You're going to stay with the person forever.
Mm-hmm.
And two, we are saying so you cannot cohabit with the person. If you want to meet with the person, meet outside where everybody can see you. And these are the things that the church is teaching. So when you now enter your marriage, saying your marriage is to be enjoyed, not endured. It's a lie. You will endure your marriage.
I got married now. She said she got married and found out that her husband cannot do.
Imagine.
They did not. So now she's stuck there. Everybody, they're asking this.
Mommy, why did you look at my face? I didn't want to laugh.
I didn't know the story.
Imagine. I did not hear.
They said the found married. That she found on the wedding night. She was already gathered. She thought her story.
Okay. Miss Gates, let me ask Miss Gates. Miss Gates, we are talking about handling individual differences in marriage. If you marry someone that cannot do, I can never
marry someone that cannot do. See, I will know. We will not have sex, but I will know. Like never. With my exposure, I will not marry somebody that cannot do.
I used to pray to God, God, please, I must not be a victim of that.
Why am I a child of God?
How did you know?
I will know.
How will you know?
Maybe hospital where
number one, God cannot give me someone who is not complete. God will not give me a complete man. You're an incomplete man.
I say what I want to say.
Number one, after God giving me that man, me personally, I will do findings. We will go to the hospital. Maybe we shall hug. May I allow hug in my own relationship? We'll do deep hug that. I will know that okay.
I said, Miss Grace, they
break. Yes, now at least when we hug to an extent, something will stand up.
I believe that's not enough to accept it.
So I will know.
Stand up.
Something shall stand up. Go and be looking for it.
How do you know that something is standing up?
Alright, back to your point. You said you want someone that can take you there.
Yes.
But
can you
use
not
the word?
And then John, going back to my question.
Miss Grace wants to kill us on this episode.
Oh God!
Okay, so my point is,
back to my question here.
The fact that it's standing doesn't mean it will always stand for long.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know.
The fact that it can stand. Why do we have things like it's a 1 minute man?
Oh, then we'll hug for 1 minute. So no.
If they go like this, she will go like this.
No, go on.
Alright, what if you are a 20-minute woman?
Me.
And then it's a 1
Thank
minute
God.
man.
Okay, for
And
he's
one
lost because I will leave him.
Oh,
But they say you cannot leave now.
No, we do all of this before marriage.
What are you doing?
Do you know that after?
It's great, man.
What me I'm just saying is I don't want to become any victim of anything. I don't know how it works.
just what if? Just what if?
I don't want to do.
I don't like thinking about.
If you are watching this video, tell us in comment section how Christians can find out sexual compatibility.
Exactly, we need to know. We need to know
because we don't know.
See,
we don't know. So wait.
Kill me.
Toby was saying something. I want him to continue.
Okay, he cannot stand for long.
Along the lines of he has to stand for long. I like that part. Go on from there.
Okay, the fact that it can stand doesn't mean it will perform for long.
Voila. How am I just knowing? I did not know.
We learn every day.
If you are watching Gen Z podcast, the fact that I can stand does not mean that you stand for long.
Can you stand?
So what am I now going to do?
I say we dey drop out of wisdom.
You stand the test of time.
So, pastor, emoji.
Emoji, smile.
So what do we do? Because me, I'm not about to go into a marriage that we are not sexually compatible.
That's my point.
If you are watching this
don't
video,
know.
please tell us. Answer
But
that question.
off camera.
No.
Don't find out.
No, it will be there. Please, if you are watching this
I
video,
will not say.
let us know what Miss Grace will do if she marries me.
Me, I know what I'm going to do before I get married. But
What will you do?
It's off camera.
You can't really.
Now I want to ask how. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't really tell by other methods if you don't shoot for
You did not do it,
the
Abby.
stars.
If you don't shoot for the stars,
Hey,
I don't understand.
You're talking to me now.
No, I need to understand. I want to get some wisdom from what you are saying. How can I shoot for the stars?
She understands. She will expect.
Abby,
Well, that brings me to this question that let's assume this scenario I painted now that no, I didn't even paint a scenario.
No,
it's a real life thing.
Yeah.
What would be the I feel like all these our pastors, they need to give us answers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Will you tell me that if I marry
Next
somebody,
episode we will bring a pastor.
are you telling me that if I marry somebody and he cannot do his duties as a man,
What kind of duties are you talking about?
we cannot perform
sexually, yes.
we can't perform our sexual duties.
Yes.
Would you advise me as a woman that I should keep drinking water with it and be good?
Most of these things can be solved medically.
Let's assume. Let's forget medical. Let's forget medical.
And why will a man
Because
cannot do.
this particular story I'm talking about, I think the man knew,
Yes.
but didn't tell the lady.
He just
so it almost
received
felt
that.
as though because of what people were saying, maybe I can't remember the full, but someone said it, I heard it somewhere. I cannot even.
Are we going to be praying for?
Let me talk about it. In psychology, we define erectile dysfunction as an inability to attain or sustain an erection. To attain or sustain an erection. Now, there are some people that their erectile dysfunction they can attain, but they cannot sustain.
Exactly.
Now, that kind of erectile dysfunction, because I was about to say that it is unfair for you to know that you cannot do and get but there are some men that they will not know because they can attain, but
My
they
man
cannot
must
sustain.
know.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They can attain an erection, but they cannot sustain the erection. So, is it not too strong?
Say people need to know.
Now, some people can attain an erection. They can. Let me even talk about these things because it will help.
Yes, people need to know.
Now, there's that one. Now, there's premature ejaculation. Now, premature ejaculation is what Toby called 1 minute man. Some guys, of course, if you're a Christian brother and you've never had sex before, on the night of your wedding, you will experience premature ejaculation. Say amen to that.
But that's very strong. That's a strong claim. How do you know?
You will. The reason why you will is that there is a build-up of semen. So because there's a build-up on semen and because you are trying it for the first time and because of the excitement that you have, there is very likely that a brother that has never had sex before, when he has sex for the first time, is going to have he's going to have premature ejaculation, and the ejaculation will be so powerful. It will be like the fountain of many water. And
This the way you are sounding is
like
I'm suspecting.
No. It is something I studied. I did a whole course on human sexuality. I did an entire course on human sexuality.
We did not know.
That is for premature ejaculation. Now let's come to women. women, there's something called vaginismus.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that.
Under dyspareunia. Now, vaginismus is the spasmodic contraction of the wall of the 2/3 of the vagina on insertion of an erect penis. Again, vaginismus is a spasmodic contraction of the wall of the 2/3. No, because that's how you understand it. Of the wall of the 2/3 of the vagina on insertion of an erect penis. Now, what causes vaginismus? Ladies that have been abused when they were young are likely to have vaginismus. Now, ladies who are losing their virginity very late are likely to have vaginismus. Which other one?
I think it's just that.
No, there's another one.
The way the church prepared
Religious beliefs,
mind.
moral standards. For example, if you have it in your mind that sex is a bad thing, now the moment you are trying to have it on your wedding, your mind has not reprogrammed itself to believe that sex is now a good thing. Now there are men who got married to sisters in church, and sisters that they married as vaginismus. Imagine that there's a lady that somebody abused when she was young, and because that lady was abused, anytime the husband wants to have sex with the lady, she'll be having flashbacks of that person that abused. Now, these are things that are happening in church, but we are not talking about it. Now, there are people that anytime the husband wants to have sex with them, they say, no, don't touch me. Some ladies are not talking about it, but they are managing because they don't want to make their husband feel bad. But the truth is that there are so many women who are not enjoying sex because of vaginismus. So it makes sex painful. It makes penetration impossible or difficult. Now, there are some women that their own is an inability to. God Almighty. There is what we call anorgasmia.
That's a big word.
Anorgasmia is inability to attain orgasm.
Okay. What's orgasm?
Orgasm is the peak of sexual activity.
Okay.
So it is possible that you that you want to debe now, it's possible that you have anorgasmia. Now, if you have anorgasmia, you will never debe.
How we debe?
No, there are women that have never experienced orgasm in their life before, and they are in church. Now, it is not always about the man. Now, these are things that we will not talk about in church, but it's something that I use money to go and learn, so that I can come and tell you people.
Well, we sent you to school, so you
So you understand what I'm saying now? So, anorgasmia, there's another one that has to do with women's. Okay, let me quickly just go through it. There are 4 stages of sex.
Okay.
There is the excitement stage, there is the play-to stage, there is the orgasmic stage, and there's the resolution stage. Now, the excitement stage is the stage where erection starts to happen. In ladies, the vagina starts to secrete water. What people call, I am wet, he makes me wet, he makes me wet. Now, that is that stage. Then there's the plateau stage. The plateau stage is the peak of sexual excitement, that something has to happen or else. You understand what I'm saying? And there is the orgasmic stage. The orgasmic stage is the stage where
put it as
the orgasmic stage is
the stage where
is it like cloud 9?
The peak, yes, cloud 9. God bless you.
It's
the peak of sexual pleasure. Now, orgasmic stage goes like this.
What's that? Oh.
Now, at that stage, for men, an erection is not possible for a period of 5-15 minutes. Now, the issue is that there is a sexual disorder at every stage. There are some men that have Peyronies disease. Peyronies disease is the men that. Is it still okay for Christian people?
Well, it's okay for me.
Now, Peyronies disease are the men that have a curvature in their male organ. Like their penis will not go straight. If it goes straight, it now go. Now, those ones, they are the ones that their male organ, it goes
like banana.
It goes.
And then Jonah.
Now, that is another. Now, these are things that people in church they are experiencing, but they are not telling anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There are so many men in church that they have that thing.
No more.
Moving on, there are so many in church that they are experiencing that thing, and the men will be experiencing sexual pain in their marriage, but they will not be able to discuss it. So now, at every stage, of sex that I mentioned, the excitement, the plateau, the orgasm, the resolution. Now there is at least one disorder at every point. There are some women, their own problem is that they don't have an ability to be excited sexually. No matter how hard they try, they cannot secrete the necessary fluids necessary for penetration. How do we navigate that? So how will the lady find out?
You are saying we should not cohabit.
How will the lady find out that she has that kind of thing? I don't even understand what I'm saying.
She did not try it.
That kind of thing.
How will she know?
There is so these are questions that in the next episode, please, if you are watching this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, please do.
Because we are bringing people that will answer these questions. That will tell you what you need to do, how you'll be able, how to know if you have these things. They will be coming on this podcast. They will tell you how to know if you have erectile dysfunction, how to know if you have premature ejaculation. Actually, I don't even know. I don't know how to know if you have premature ejaculation. Honestly, I cannot help you, but I know people that can help you. They will come and they will tell you. So now, going back to everything we talked about, no matter how hard as Christians, no matter how hard, there are some things that we will not find out because we are Christians. So now that we are Christians, we need to talk about handling those differences when we get married.
Even if you're not Christian, there are still some things that we will still find out. You know that there is this idea that comes with knowing fully well that this person is now solely yours. And so it's different from boyfriend, girlfriend, cohabiting, blah 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 blah. I mean, I've heard stories of people that they did cohabit for years, but they got married and the dynamics were quite different.
Do you even know the problem? There are some people that they have a mental disorder associated with sex. They only enjoy sex when it is illegal.
Jesus. Are you serious?
I'm serious. There are some people that they only enjoy sex when they don't have the right to have the sex.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more about the chill for them.
So in their mind, so people like that, they want to have sex in forbidden places,
like inside the car,
like
comfortable.
So now when you get married and you now tell them that you are now free to do anything you like,
wow.
This is discovery. Wow.
There are people like that. Like in their mind has been programmed that
it is not illegal.
You know that there is that people used to say that. Okay, have you stolen it from the pot before?
I cannot say that.
You can't say that on camera?
No, like I don't think so because I'm going to tell you if you want.
Toby, you have.
No.
Nobody has stolen it from the pot before here. Because your family members will watch.
No. My mom is tell us that you want to take it.
Because I have stolen meat from the pot before. Me, I will not lie. I have stolen. See, let me tell you something. If you have stolen meat from the pot before, you will understand that
the truth is wait in my house.
Than the one that they
imagine.
Do you know what I'm saying? So there are some people that they have programmed their mind that it is.
It has to be.
I mean, some people their own is you've heard of different philias now. There are sexual philias. There are some people that you have to should I go into these things? There are some people that in their sexual experiences, you have to urinate on them before they can say that. Some people you have to defecate on them. Some people they are sexually attracted to dead people.
So we have to flog them. BDSM.
Yeah, some people
BDSM.
Some people
if you don't slap them,
imagine getting married to a Christian brother.
Some people
After marrying, you know get from Boko. Sister Grace.
God have mercy.
I reject it in Jesus. I reject it in Jesus. May I never encounter such a
No, there are people like
that. But I'm saying that I do not want to.
Do you know the funniest thing? You know that in church they say, now once you get married, is your husband. You people can do anything that you like. You can do anything that you like. And the other say, even though I'm a Christian, but that is what arouses me. I have to anchor your hand to the family. That's how me.
Except it is an agreement between the two of them.
If you don't like it,
God forbid bad thing.
nobody have anchor your hand and be.
No. You can be curious. If you
curiosity left the church, please.
No, like I just want to know what it is. I just want to know what it feels like if they should anchor my hand and start doing this.
That's why I used to say something to that. There are some things that if you know you don't have the mind for, don't try it. You could want to explore, and your exploration will put you in wahala. You could explore. Normally, maybe the idea of BDSM does not appeal to your partner. Normally, let's try. We're not trying to finish. Your partner now gets engaged on the whole idea.
Because
that's how you live forever.
Because I've heard stories of people that say they want to do threesome. They want to do threesome finish. Their partner is not going to go and meet the other person they want to the relationship that. And I'm like,
what is threesome?
Moving on.
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know.
Please, guys, tell him the meaning of threesome in the comment section.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
And they will tell you now.
You will read it.
Curiosity make you ask.
Look forward to the comment section.
3 plus. So
3 plus. Exactly.
3 plus.
Honestly, I'm lost.
3 people are
So what does it mean?
3 people are engaging in sexual activity.
Is it 3 males?
No, it
3
could
people
be
in total.
3 in total.
It could be any.
Let's assume you are married now.
Okay.
It could be the man, his wife, and another woman.
Okay.
Some people even go as far as the man, the wife, and another man.
Yes.
So depending on
it is enjoyment.
God forbid. If you never be my portion, not be the portion of anybody I know. In Jesus' name. It will never be AJ's portion. AJ say, man.
What part is not? Is it the part of 2 men and your wife?
Whether it is 2, you see.
Or you and your wife and another.
If they are doing you.
Wait, you and your wife and another woman.
You and your wife and another woman. It is disgusting enough. It is disgusting enough because don't let me tell you what I'm.
Is it disgusting?
I'm trying to imagine.
You're trying to imagine.
It's going to be fun, actually. I'm just by curious. And now, if it is just my husband and 2 of us, 2 girls.
Honestly, there are so many.
But it cannot be my husband, another man, and
honestly, honestly, there are so many sexual disorders that people in church are dealing with. Honestly, and they've gotten married, especially in the ancient times. These things were not very common.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure that.
In the ancient,
our forefathers know what. Can I be saying this on the podcast? Please. I'm not really sure that our forefathers know what. Of course.
No, because they are the worst. Our forefathers.
How did you know? Did you see
I've seen movies sexually. What worst? So please move on.
What movie did you see?
Move on.
See after the podcast.
But I feel like our forefathers are more conservative than we are.
No, your forefathers are not. Move on.
I believe so as well.
Okay, their forefathers know.
They know it.
I feel like
our forefathers know doggy.
They feel like they knew.
They did not just give it the name.
Yes. Or maybe they did not. Like this our generation. We want to take pride.
Just wanted the pleasure.
Because this our generation, we always want to
take pride. Is no.
But they just didn't come and be doing. I've done
this one. You know the problem with we Christians. We know all these things. But we pretend as if
we don't know them.
I mean, I don't want to be that
everybody
kind of
here,
Christian.
all of you know what doggy is.
I know.
Yola, do you know doggy?
I know doggy.
Who taught you?
We are educated now.
You, how did you know it? Who taught you? Who put you in the line of?
How did you know it? How did you know it?
You want movie? No, I let down. You want movie? Doggy, no, you will be dagba. I'm on the street. You mean doggy, no, you will be dagba. I'm like So I feel like we Christians, we know these things, but we pretend like we don't.
We don't, yeah.
There's so much pretense in Christianity. So when you get married, your partner will now be saying some things that he or she would not have believed that is there.
Yeah.
I mean, how can pastor of church be asking for doggy? Who taught you that thing? You have not so learned Christ.
And that doggy will spice up their marriage.
And where did the pastor see doggy? But the pastor is.
Pastor could have. I mean, going into marriage, he could have read up on.
Exactly.
How to maybe spice.
Counselors, even relationship counselors, marriage counselors.
Because I want to get married.
Go to marriage counselors. They will tell you.
Kama Sutra. Let me Google Kama.
You want to go because when you are not married.
No, now it's one day. What did you call it?
You'll be seeing.
Is it a movie?
No. It's like hundreds of styles.
It's like an encyclopedia of sex.
Wow,
that's important. Is it for Christians? Can Christians read it?
It's not for anybody. It's for everybody.
It's for everybody now. As a Christian, you know human being.
So people will say that they watch JSC podcast and it's there that they taught them
Please
to
cut it out.
And it will sustain their marriage. So all thanks to us.
YouTube, I'm very sorry for everything happening on this podcast. These people, they are not just born again. That's why they're saying all these things. But generally, I feel like Christians, we have to be more honest with ourselves. It is very, very important. Now, these people that are here now, they are very good Christians because I know them. Miss Grace is a proper Christian. I'm also a proper Christian. Now, you cannot say I'm not. As a matter of God, as a matter of fact, I'm a man of God. To the
emoji.
Ask Jola. If you don't know, I'm a man of God. I'm not just an anointed man. I'm an anointed man of God.
Glory to God.
Yeah. But I know these things. Now, in church, we pretend as if we don't know these things. And when people go into a marriage and they come to us with issues, they will not even come to us. How many people can go and tell their pastor that?
A lot of people will be shy to go that.
I'm not really sure that anybody can go and meet pastor that my wife has vaginismus. I'm not really sure that anybody.
Except you are under a teaching that.
As a matter of fact,
I'm giving you liberty. That's why I like
that.
I don't know if I'm allowed to mention their names.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to mention their
please
names?
do.
Pastor Joy and Pastor Shegun. I like the fact that they always try to
strike the balance.
That
they'll be coming here very soon, by the way.
Thank God. Yeah. That there is life. See, there is the life outside of religion. And there is the life inside of religion. And I like the fact that they always try to do like programs where they can let you understand that some things you are going through it is not strange, it is not wrong, it is not weird. You are allowed to, but how you now undo it is what
they are an example of a breath of fresh air that the church needs. Because the church that we are used to is a lying church. We used to lie in church. We used to pretend in church.
The person that is chastising somebody for getting pregnant is the one that's the
person that is chastising somebody for getting pregnant has gotten pregnant, but they have money for
abortion.
Ablution.
Abortion, because ablution is a different thing.
They have money for ablution.
Abortion.
Don't
shake that thing, bro.
Because it's the truth. You know that chastising people.
I mean,
why will you do it? Why will you do it? They are the ones sleeping with other people's husbands. They are the ones sleeping with other people's wives. They are the ones going to club in the night.
Because they've not taught them.
Do you get?
There wasn't a court.
A church is a typical example of the Yoruba adage that says that gbogbo wa ló lè ẹni tí lè bá mọ́ bá ní bàrà. In other words, we are all thieves. But when you get caught, that is when we call you Barao. Barao is like Hausa for thief. But generally, okay, let's even assume that. Of course, if you are watching, you must have learned a lot about the possible sexual issues that you can have in your marriage. But now let's talk about how do we undo them? I feel this is where the fight will start. Let's now assume that somehow God forbid, it will not be me.
It will not be me too. It will not be you.
You now marry somebody that cannot do, or that can do but with some conditions attached to their ability to do, and you're not willing to subscribe to those conditions. Let's assume that you marry a man that has to hold the horsewhip to be able to flog you into the tears of the euphoria of coitus. I'm talking like a spoken word.
I don't think I can ever stand that situation.
So what will you do?
One, we will start from the place of we will first see if there is a way to overcome that.
Yes.
The moment maybe we have tried, exhausted all the options. I cannot watch you. I will not want to go to work the next day.
You'll not be asking what happened.
What happened?
You know, say, my husband just likes putting a mark on my body. This is love language.
I have important meeting that will affect my career. I'm going there with 5 fingers on my cheek.
No, it cannot be that kind.
It is
maybe your back.
Okay, maybe your back.
Or your backside.
The career changing opportunity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Pain of excitement.
And I see
what if it is not that serious? What if it is just
please
to sustain like premature ejaculation?
We will still try.
Erectile dysfunction.
See, I just feel like there are some things that if you do not take time, can drive you to do things that you do not want to do. I would rather not want to be there, and then maybe I'm now fantasizing about how something can be better Do you understand my point? I would not want to be in a place where I will have husband, I'll have fantasizing about somebody else somewhere, thinking, okay, maybe it can be better or something. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to give the liberty of exhausting all options. If we have tried everything possible and it's not going to work, then maybe the best thing, before we start dipping hands in things that we should not be dipping our hands in, maybe everybody should just day their day.
So when you day your day, what's the next line of that?
Everybody will go their separate ways.
When you go, are you going to marry someone else?
I mean, forgetting that if you don't have a happy, if you don't have it, this is, and that's what I feel like. This not being, I feel like there are some things that will happen that you do not have a choice,
but to go
your separate ways, because if you don't have a good marriage, it will affect every aspect of your life, including this religion that you are trying to play like
you not even have
imagine being married to, let's even forget sexual matters. Let's assume sexual matters have solutions. Let's talk about physical abuse. And with a partner that today you slap,
and you are saying undo individual differences.
You're telling me that
no, that's not what the Bible teaches. The Bible says that you should turn the left cheek.
No,
that's what the Bible says. Now, why are you
saying that? And you know one thing about
pastors. If they slap your right cheek, you turn the left cheek.
The Bible did not say that.
The pastors will tell you, your mama J, mama walnut, I'm a basoro.
So are you saying that under certain circumstances you support divorce?
I will not lie to you.
No, I support loving your life. So if that one now needs divorce to you, no problem.
But I've spoken to someone before that she hates her dad. And why does she hate her dad? Her dad was the one that beat her mommy to death.
Imagine.
So tell me how she wants to be looking at her daddy every day. And the thing is,
sorry for cutting you short. Someone who hates her dad for beating her mom to death. She's going to have an issue with the way she sees men. For the rest of her life.
She has never said she has been in a relationship. She doesn't need a man. All she has to do is be successful for herself. And if she wants a child, it's either she adopts or she goes for this sperm donor thing.
Exactly.
When she doesn't know the person that.
By the way, I saw an advert that they are donating sperm 800,000. If you do not, hey, why are you looking at me? He's finding out.
So I mean, all these things. She said, and one thing that pisses her off the most is because everybody was telling her mom to endure, things will change with time, everything will get better. Now she doesn't have a mom. Her mom, she was very tender when the whole thing happened. So that's one thing. That's one of the things that I'm not a fan of physical abuse. The moment you want, maybe we are joking and you are already doing like this.
Are you even aware that emotional abuse is harder than physical abuse?
Emotional, you can't quantify emotion. So it can run you
because physical abuse, everybody will even see it that she had but they will help you. But emotional abuse, nobody will know. Imagine a man that he will talk to you and say, "You're a foolish woman," and he will get out there and say,
and he'll be saying,
"Ladies and gentlemen,
my loving wife,
my beautiful. Without her, I cannot be here."
That thing can run someone mad.
And you are sitting there like.
It can run. Imagine even growing up when your parents beat you and you go outside and say, "Oh, mommy, you'll be angry, but
Now, emotional. There are some people that God, people are going through things in Christian marriage.
Yes.
Exactly.
People are going through
somebody is married to a lady is married to someone because she got pregnant for the person out of wedlock but she just just wants to get married to the person and now they are still in the marriage, but you know that this marriage there are a lot of emotional abuse in the marriage. The man is not physically abusing her, but the things that he does to her emotionally, like calling her names, leko, telling a grown woman that stuff like that, seeing opportunities that could make her life,
and she can't take it.
And she can't take because of the man.
Now there are women who are unhappy in their marriage, and they are just there because of their children.
Yeah.
And they are telling their children things like, "I'm here because of you guys. I'm here because of you guys."
Because at the end of the day, the kids will still choose their father.
Yeah.
That is what happens because they feel like. Some of these kids,
some of them,
yes, they would still choose their father.
Some will.
But
I will not say all because
I'm here because of you guys. Now, they will choose their father in a case where the mother divorces the man and marries someone else.
I still don't. Have you not seen
on the wedding day?
Do you know that there are
on the wedding day
certain things
they will choose the man. Don't you see it like?
They some things that except
Let me tell you something. Children, they don't used to like.
No, maybe
Children
you're
don't like their
talking about
stepdad.
small children.
Yes,
If
small
you're talking
children.
about young girls,
Yeah, I'm talking
they
about
can't. They cannot comprehend what is going on. But I cannot be this old.
Uh-uh.
And then somebody is, there are certain things there was one day my brother was telling my mom that there is a particular person that if the person walks up to come and talk to my mom the way he's talking to her again, he's going to fuck, he will slap his face. This is what we're talking about. He's way older than us. No be say them say. But say if this person ever steps into this house again to talk to you the way he spoke to you, that I will stand up, I will slap his face. But for younger ones, they cannot comprehend what is going on. So I get it if they want to choose their dad. That's because it's a different thing. They did not grow up knowing their dad. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch this. Is this Sister movie?
Yeah,
Kende Bankole and Akola, where the guy abandoned them when they were babies, but he now came back, started giving them the children started going there.
No. I think it was Adire I saw.
No, go and watch.
Was it Adire? Yeah.
No, Kende. This is not an advert, but Kende Bankole did very well on that movie. If you want
moving on.
But the point there is, this man came back with gifts,
with money.
Do you know that they forgot their money?
No.
The phone she bought for them, they abandoned
They threw it away, yes.
Until one day she spoke Oroburuku to their head that this person was not there. This person was not there. That's why asking for forgiveness. Mommy, please don't be angry. They just like it was just so many things. But in this life, you cannot uncover.
Imagine finding out today that Elon Musk is your real dad. No, it's just true. Like finding out that Elon Musk is your real dad.
Will you abandon your current dad?
Thank God I don't have a dad.
Can you imagine?
Are you going to tell us that what a time to not have a dad?
I mean, I don't know. I can open my mouth to say that. It is what it is.
Your mother says there's something I want to tell you. Elon Musk is your real dad. I'm sorry. Elon Musk will just say that. Where have you been all my life? I've been waiting for you, my dad.
I feel like today's episode, we did not have a particular topic.
No.
You see that topic we brought in the beginning? It was just to name it.
Exactly.
Because we have been going from
it was a spontaneous but we were talking about individual differences. But we now realized that there are some differences that are very, very hard to resolve. Because the reason why we were talking about individual differences before is because of the Christian ban on marriage. Christianity bans, on divorce. I beg your pardon. Christianity bans divorce. You can't just say wake up one day and say that I'm no longer doing, I'm not doing anymore. So, but Jola is of the opinion that under certain circumstances, you can divorce. Jola, mention some of those circumstances.
Abuse. Abuse is one. Then this whole sexual thing that we've been talking about.
Sexual incompatibility.
Incompatibility, yes. Because if you don't take time, this thing it can drive you outside.
And
the thing you are avoiding is what you will find yourself in at the end of the day. So to avoid stories that
just it's better to sin from the beginning. It's better to walk into sin than to fall into sin. According to Jola. That's the one. I'm just happy to believe. It's better to walk into sin than to fall into sin, because Christianity says that divorce is a sin.
Okay, but like, how do you handle such a thing?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
That's the question now. So now,
because these are questions that people are asking. So definitely there is something. Is either there's something wrong with that belief that divorce is a sin, or there's something wrong with.
Maybe when that came up, I don't want to say this statement because since the beginning.
You know what?
Yeah, so I cannot say that.
You know what?
It's flawed.
No. Okay, don't worry. Let's move on.
It's very dangerous.
There are ways whereby we can avoid divorce by marrying well.
Turn off the camera. We have to call the camera to share some things.
Yeah.
But we are back now. All right. So it is very, very important that you understand how to handle individual differences in your marriage. There are some things that no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to find out. Actually, so it's very, very important generally to know that you will get married and find out that you did not know who you got married to, no matter for how many years that you fought. Even if you are living together, you will not unlock the true part of some people's personality until you are legally married to them. that's when you find out that
Hey.
so
Excuse.
so coming back to that, I feel when it comes to handling individual differences, like the part that we started from, about different cultural views, like let's say for example you marry someone, somehow mistakenly you find out that you have different views. Imagine getting married and your husband believes that your daughters should not wear trousers. Now this thing that we are saying, let me tell you why it's a major issue. All babies are supposed to wear trousers. Yes,
to keep them warm.
because most of the things they wear, all those things that they wear, they're like trousers.
Yeah.
I don't know if some of them. Everybody when they were baby, they wore trousers. Because there's what do they call that thing? This thing that baby wears. Babies wear.
There's a name they call it.
It is like leggings, but they wear it just to like shield them from cold or something like that. The imagine marrying a man that says no, she cannot wear that. She has to wear skirt
or gown.
That's the only thing she can wear. They're like, are you? This is not even serious. And I said no.
Not that deep.
No.
It's deep.
Don't make me sin against God. Don't make me sin against God. How do you navigate that? So I feel those are still simple things, right? Even though it sounds simple, but it's not very simple.
It's not very simple. Imagine you as a mother, you already envisioned my baby matching outfits, this, and then you're hearing your baby cannot wear trousers, your baby must be wearing
long
sometimes
skirt.
we sit down and be dressing the baby and crying.
Sure, because
we cry.
Well, I feel the answer to everything is compromise. That's the answer. You know, we mentioned on the last episode that you should be careful of compromising too early. If you compromise too early, you will keep compromising all the days. But this is the part where you now need compromise.
And even in compromise, you still need to be careful. If you are the one always compromising, there is a problem. Because there are some marriages where sometimes it is only the woman. Because my husband said this, I must do this. There is no time where the husband has come before and like, you know what, babe, I think I get your point of view.
Exactly.
Why not let's do it this way? I'm willing to bring down my words. Sometimes it is the man that does the compromise. Sometimes, baby, you know I don't like to shake it. Baby, you know I don't. So if you are the one always compromising, check it. There is a problem.
I think if you guys are in love, you surely compromise. It doesn't have to be a burden on someone. Like if you guys are actually in love,
you know this.
There's some egoistic men.
And there is a way.
Don't date egoistic men.
I think society plays a major role on major things that are happening now. And sometimes I'm always telling people that I'm grateful for the kind of family I came from. I remember when we used to go, my dad used to tell my brother when we were growing up, sometimes we should do some silly things. Like, I have 2 girls that they are confident enough. I'm confident enough that they can do this. If you were not here, these things will still happen. I have people that it is not the same way for them. The way my brother is the last born, he will be the one heading the first female child. Sometimes people randomly say things like, what of your daddy? I'm like, my daddy is I'm not talking about your dad, I'm talking about your brother because he's the daddy of the house. Anyway, I'm like, okay. Imagine my parents also treat
their daddy.
Who is their daddy?
Imagine my parents also treat him that way. You'll probably go into marriage thinking,
yes,
I must be like this. It should be like this because I am the man.
Yes.
It is anything I say. Why will I be compromising for a woman? She's the one that has to compromise for me now.
Do you even know that many Christians, they are sexist?
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Many Christians.
Yes.
Like they say pastor, but when they want to call it a woman, they say pastor Mrs. What's pastor Mrs.? Why not say pastor Mrs.?
Evangelist Mrs.
What's pastor Mrs.? Pastor Mrs.
Doctor Mrs.
This one is pastor, but this one is pastor Mrs. Like does it?
Because she's a female now, so
pastor. I don't say pastor Grace, pastor Jola. Which one is pastor Mrs. Jola?
Pastor Doctor Mrs.
Like man is doctor, woman is Doctor Mrs.
Yes. Like sometimes, but you will go and meet all these spiritual people for something's happening in your mind, saying you won't know as obìnrin, even when it is obvious that this thing is not right, they still will not want to come to terms with the fact that uncle and a mess up. They will not want to
there is, as a matter of fact, there is serious And let me just say this here, because of the tone and because of the background of so many scriptural writers, there is a tone of sexism in so many things that they said in the scriptures. So it affects how we see women even now.
Yeah.
And there's some churches that the woman cannot climb the altar. Till today. Why can't women climb the altar? Does it mean that women are inferior to men? Does it mean that it's like that in my church, so no apologies.
We know.
It's like that in my church, so no apologies. I'm not no shade, like Dr. would say. Now, is it that women they are less important than men? Is it that they have more evil spirits that will corrupt the anointing on the altar? Now, so because of that, I feel that Christianity generally is not really fair to women.
I think that even on wedding day, on wedding days like that, you'll be hearing it is the woman that they want to talk to. Yes, the woman is the one that if you want house that is sweet, it's in the hands of the woman. We all agree. But you make it look like she's whatever that goes wrong in that home is the fault of the woman.
I don't even agree. I don't even agree with that. If there is 100 divorce, 85 out of it comes from the man. Let me tell you why. A man sets the tone of the house. Now, if your house will be sweet, is in the man's hand. Now, the reason is that it's like God used to give. Okay, let me say it. When God created Eve, God brought Eve to Adam to see what Adam will call her. And the Bible says, whatsoever Adam called them, that is their name thereof. Now, the name that Adam was giving the animals is not lion, goat, because Adam was not speaking English. It is their attribute. There is a grace that God gives a man to be able to form the woman into what she's supposed to be, into what he wants. So when you have a woman, if your woman is always angry and unhappy, it is your fault. Because God has given you that grace. It's like God is giving you your clay to build your woman. So when you marry the woman is like tabula rasa. She's like a blank slate. Then you now start writing.
You start modeling now. What you want that to be.
Entirely blank slate. She's like a blank slate, but you now start writing on her. If you see any woman that used to get angry every time, check the husband. There's something that the husband is not doing right. It is possible that the husband has premature ejaculation.
But honestly, that's what I'm about to say, that it could be something else, but I'll not say.
You admit, you are saying this, and it is nice. And I like the fact that as much as this our generation, there are so many things that we get wrong at times. There are so many things that we are still getting right. Because those, like our parents' days and other days before them, they make some things look like they put some burdens on people.
I feel like people are enjoying their marriage more.
I want to say something about the way
they don't like the person now because people are divorcing anyhow now. So people used to
I want to say something about the way we treat
I think there are more women enjoying their marriage now than
the previous time.
Exactly. So there was a time we had this man in our house, like my dad's friend. So our fan was very dusty. So and the man was like, this fan is dusty. He now called my brother that this fan is dusty. So my mom said, Grace Leko Shobrini. In the room I was so mad that why does it have to be me? And the man just said, but Egbe wan le olokunrin oloye ko se. Do you understand? Because even if she asked me to do it, sorry, I will not even do it because I will always tell her that I'm not the man. How do you expect me to climb something to climb to start cleaning fan? So the man actually made out understood that all this work doesn't have to be because she's a woman, she has to do this, whenever I'm the last born and whenever we are playing in the house when my siblings are around and they'll be saying I don't cook because even personally I cannot cook for myself, so not talk about I should now cook for everyone. So they just say I'll be really I know I'm a woman, but this part how do you expect me to turn amala for like 7 people? It is not, but I cannot do it. So me, I like the fact I'm like very open. I'm a woman and I plan to enjoy myself. So the fact that I'm a woman does not mean there are some things I don't accept.
Give us examples.
I'll not give examples. So I shall accept some things that I know that this thing because it is the work of everybody in the house. So because I'm a woman does not mean that was the way we are saying that when we had this episode of whose responsibility is it to do this, me. All I know is that I will do what I'm supposed to do. I don't have to like have a routine of what I will do in the house. But I will do what I know that this is what I should do. But the fact that man said, in fact he gave me one liberty in the house. Because my mom there are times we would have issues with our tap water, with our tank at Sinibon. So she now say, we should go and fetch, I should go and carry keg and fetch. I cannot carry keg and fetch water. She just go and carry. So one day I carried that keg and I pretended as if I passed out. So and she was so scared because my brothers don't judge her because my brothers were around. And the fact that she never asked my brothers to go and fetch, they did not know. These guys, they didn't know that they're supposed to go and fetch water. So immediately I just pretended as if throughout that week I didn't do anything in that house. So I'm a woman, does not mean I should come and suffer. It does not mean that I can submit to someone who is treating me well. But if they are not treating me well, I will not submit to you.
It's even easier when you're treating me right. You don't even have to say submit to me. By virtue of you doing certain things, there are natural responses that would come from you as a woman.
It's even natural for women to submit to a man that loves them.
That's why you know that the Bible puts it first.
Yes.
Because you know that with love, it makes it easy. But you are doing me anyhow.
If your husband loves you, it's easy to submit. I'm not sure that there are many women who will not submit to a man who loves them.
Have you seen the way have you given a woman a gift before? And it touches the deepest part of her soul.
Honestly, he gave me something one day. I will not mention.
You can use yes to be doing thank you.
What did I give you?
Please, what are they giving? What are they giving?
So till date, I'm saying thank you, sir.
What did I give you?
I will not mention it.
You will see. There are times that thoughts of him will come that you will just naturally want to do some things for him by virtue of what he did for you. That is why. You should never. Nobody should ever.
AJ, why are you looking at me like that? AJ, when I said she does this for me, why are you looking at me like that?
So I mean, you should never underestimate or overestimate what any gender should do. My mom would say it on the time. In fact, my brother knows how to sweep.
That's
meaning that if he gets married tomorrow, you can. If the wife, maybe she's the kind of person that she cannot sweep properly, you cannot know because you'll probably pick up the slack. Me now, if our generator should have fault, before you go and call generator man, I would have exhausted all options. I would have been sure that I don't wash plug, I don't check engine oil, I don't you see me do this for me general matter because if we have electrical problems, I have made sure that there is no way.
My day is to consume food.
This one, bye. This one. I have killed snake before. That's to let you know that with my house we don't operate because you're a boy. My brother washes car, I wash car too. If my brother is not around, I will go there, I will wash the car. If anything should happen, we will see me here.
I can wash car.
So there's no.
I can wash car.
She don't wash.
Please get maybe I don't.
Okay.
The Jesse car.
No, I don't know how to wash car.
So yes, I think that's just it. Never, do not overemphasize or underemphasize the role of any gender. Roles can be switched. Something can happen that what your husband is doing, you have to be the one that will step in and do it.
But I cannot kill snake. Is even see, I don't know what will happen to me if I see snake at the moment. Honestly, because it's one.
This one is at the moment. You even move to the front.
Are you not kill snake? Are you not a man?
I can kill. I've killed numerous snakes. I'm a killer of snakes. Defender of the realm.
Oh my God.
So,
I love that.
Yeah, that's really beautiful because honestly, there's a lot that is going on. I've seen so much. Just if you're watching this video, just know that these episodes that you have been watching, they are unscripted. It's more interesting that way, and I'm sure that you've learned a lot from this episode. Thank you so much for watching. In case you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so.
Subscribe.
We love you.